Guess who's back? Back again. TJ's not back because his links didn't work. Anyway, welcome everybody to Big Gunner 81 Live, presented by Applied Arsenal Finishes and Gunworks out in Waterman, Illinois. Spinter Precision. Check them out at spinterprecision.com for all your barrel needs. And who else we got? We got Eggleston Munitions and, of course, the range at 355. And I'll also give a shout out to our friends over at Bad Arms in Illinois as well, who helped out a lot with our other projects and stuff for the 50 States project and everything. Got the new background set up for today. Kind of switched things up a little bit since we just kind of relaunched. Just to kind of reiterate where we're on this channel and not the main channel, because we lost our live privileges for some duration due to some liberals clicking that report button about some BS video or whatever. Who knows? Someone cried, and it was and the video that they flagged was my Arizona rifle build, which is not any type of harming people type video. Shouldn't hurt anybody. It's tell me where my video hurt you, right?
Show us on the doll where this video hurt you.
Exactly. So we're going to introduce everybody. Of course, we got Kent from Green Mountain Fence in the house from Hope and Kent.
How you doing?
Good. And we got Corey, our buddy Corey out in Indiana. Thanks for joining us.
How are we?
Couldn't hear you for a second. You're playing along with the whole yes, that. Can you hear me now?
Hello.
Don't do the hello, Clarice, though. That's just creepy.
Hello, Clarice. It's good to talk.
And we got our buddy Brandon, who's also our web guru, who's been helping out with all the projects on there. Not too much. How you doing?
Great.
So I'm going to start out with the big thing first, because it's all going to be downhill from here, I'm sure. A while ago, TJ got us some medical gear, and I'm going to open this up live because I've not looked at it, which he started making me question opening it live. I don't know.
Wait. Who got you the medical gear?
Oh, I said TJ. Duh. I was thinking he's not here. Kent.
Yeah, I'm
sorry, Kent. I can't see. That's the problem with live. Can't go back and fix this. Yeah, okay. So, yes, Kent did. So, tell me what's inside here.
So that's an MFAC. Pop it open.
Okay.
You're going to find a tourniquet, some chest seals, and maybe a sex doll, maybe not a sex doll.
I hope not. That'd be really weird.
Do you have one in Miley Cyrus, please? Because I want one that has that purple sticky salvia and a thing of
God.
Whatever.
There you go.
Where's that mute button when I need it?
It's okay.
So you got your compression bandages, you got your tourniquet.
I almost don't want to open it all up and take anything out because it's all neat and packaged.
Seals. Well, you at least want to get the tourniquet out of the plastic so you can get to it if you need to.
Because you're right about that. Because definitely, you gotta grab that and use it. You want to make sure it's open. You don't be let me get my pocket knife out and open this up as I bleed out all over the ground.
Yeah, somebody's already bleeding. Let's get a knife out.
Yeah, right. So,
Cat Gen 7 tourniquet.
I have a question about the tourniquet.
I need to learn some things too about this.
Okay, how do you tourniquet someone if they're bleeding from their schnuts?
Well, I assume by schnuts.
That's a good valid question, though.
First of all, their schnuts have to be big enough to tourniquet. So, depending on who we're talking about here, you might have to get some string and some duct tape.
It's a one size fits most, right?
Yeah, exactly. She told me I was special.
An elephant is shit.
Yeah, no tourniqueting in the schnuts. They call that castration.
I opened mine and thank you very much. It was awful. It was awful nice of you. I've actually got it in the backseat of my car.
It is awesome of you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Well, I hope you. It's one of those things I hope you boys never need, but if you need it, I'm glad it'll be there, kind of deal.
So, is anything that's going to be in here going to be heat sensitive? Like leave it in the car type of situations, not an ideal thing.
No, I mean. I guess you could make an argument that the seal on the chest seal, maybe if it was 190 or something.
Because the adhesive or whatever?
Yeah, you could make that argument. But,
that is really cool.
There's a card in there that tells you what everything is and how to use it. And more than anything else, hit up Dark Angel Medical or somebody, Skinny Medic with a YouTube channel and learn how to use all that kit online.
He actually was putting on a class, I think. I don't know if it's been already or it's coming up. I think he's doing it in Georgia at the Red Hill Range.
Who's that? Dark Angel or Skinny Medic?
I think it was Skinny Medic.
Well, they're both squared away dudes. Either one would be worthwhile.
I actually met Skinny Medic one day. He came up to me and actually recognized me from YouTube. I was surprised. And we talked for briefly. I think it was on a ratio.
That's cool.
Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it also has the expiration date written on the packaging there, which is cool. It's got MOLLE attachments you can put on your bag, and so forth, and a nice little Velcro patch so you can put like your med kit, insignia, whatever you want to call it, on the front of it, patch.
Yep. That setup is from where did I get that? North American Rescue is where I got that from.
That's right. I wasn't expecting to have two things come like that. So
Yeah, I don't know what the hell this is. I didn't send you nothing else.
Oh, okay, maybe not. Maybe this isn't it. So maybe that's just that one.
Maybe this is a sex doll.
This might be something else that I ordered off Amazon. It just came on a different label. I'm gonna find out though. It might be the thing I've been missing. Oh yeah, it is. I know what it is. And no, it's not a sex doll. It's my butane. I was waiting to open it. I was like, wonder where that was at. Okay, so that's what you got me. Just to show everybody that it's not a sex doll.
Lube.
No,
It is lube.
no, it's not. It's butane. Butane's for my micro torch.
It's going to be on fire, let me tell you.
In fact, just to tell you what I use this for, it's kind of related. As you know, I've been making a lot of gun products and stuff, like the firearms related accessories. So I got a micro torch, right? That's fun, right? When you have like these plastic things, like this is something we're working on.
I should have put burn cream in that first aid kit.
You should have, because I burn myself all the freaking time. Gotta hold this up. So my mag caddy I've been working on designing. Might do some tweaks to it yet. I'm not sure. The carry handle is one of the things that's a little bit lacking on it. Otherwise, I'm pretty happy with the overall design. But so when you make these parts, this particular material that I use for filament leaves a lot of little hairs and strings on the part, and you can burn them off just with that, or it'll melt them. Like it'll just shrink them up real fast and clean up the print. It's really cool. Yeah, so that works really well. But yeah, so I'll just talk a little about this real quick, since it's kind of on the topic of the whole butane thing I just opened up. So I kind of designed this. I wanted to have it so I could hold multiple kinds of 22 LR, or 22 pistol mags. Now, I probably won't fit every single one out there because there isn't really, I don't have dimensions for every single magazine that's out there, but it fits the 2245 mags, and it also fit my SIG Mosquito mags. And it holds a total of 8 pistol mags, 6 Ruger 1022 mags, which, as you can see, it can have the 25 rounders, and it can also hold these little 10 rounders inside there. And then the other end of this, you can put this is a 50 round box, so I got 200 rounds of 22 sitting in here, or you can just use it as a carry tray, put whatever you want in there. That's basically the idea behind it. So it's versatile. I made it in the footprint that it would actually fit inside of a 50 cal ammo can. So some people in some states, I've heard this before, like, you want to lock up your magazines, but you don't want to necessarily fill your safe with your mags. So you put in a 50 cal can, and some of these 50 cal cans, you can get like a adapter that you drill through the front of it, and you put a little padlock on the front. So some states require you to keep your ammo and your and your pistol or firearm wherever locked separately. So that's a way of satisfying that rule in some states. So the idea is that you can put in an ammo can. Plus, one of the reasons why I didn't go with the rigid handle yet at this point is I like the idea that it can collapse up and it makes it just as tall as the tallest part of this piece.
Hey,
so that was kind of the idea. But it's just a Velcro strap, and it's plenty strong enough to hold it. You can ask about the balancing of it. With nothing in here, it's not very heavy, so it's pretty balanced. But depending on what you put and where you put it, if this side's empty, it's going to balance a little differently. But you can just grab the handle further down and carry it. It's not a big deal.
Hey, Rick, can you hold that up a little bit? A little bit to the right. There you go. There you go.
Sorry, I was holding it down, but
no, you're good. That looks very good.
Yeah, so 3D printed is not going to come out perfect. You're going to have flaws on the surfaces here and there, but for what it is, this is pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with it. If you're going out to like a rimfire challenge match or something, and you need to have all your mags with you, a lot of people will carry, I guess, like 6 to 8 mags for pistols, and at least 6 1022 mags. Which also, in addition, you could actually put the 1022 mags inside this too. Like they'll fit inside here, right? They'll even fit like that too if you want to hang them out the side. So depends on what you want to do. Maybe you just want to have a whole bunch of loaded mags up and you don't feel like going through any more than all your mags that you want to throw in this tray, and you just bring them all loaded. That works too, you know. Or if you want to just carry like an extra 100 rounds or whatever, or if you have a brick that's taller that still fits in there, you can still carry it. So that's just something I'm working on.
Can I get my logo on the front of it there too?
Yes, that's a great question, Brandon. You know it. So yeah, if you have a custom logo, so it's got the BIGGUNNER81 logo on the front, as you can kind of see in the kind of hold it still. I can put logos on them depending on what it is. If you have a file that I can work with, I can do that. I can customize them with text. But fine details don't print real well. So, or if you have like a ton of like detail to a image, it's not gonna print real well. You got to think like black and white, like an embossing, you know, not like a graphic, like a picture. That we can do. Usually I'll charge like $5 per item, meaning not per per design of item. So if you're gonna buy like several of these, I'm gonna charge you $5 once just to change that with the logo, you know. But if you're gonna buy like doesn't matter what quantity of this particular item you buy, but if you buy a different item, like say a pistol stand, like I've got a little $22 pistol stand I made over here, you know, I'll put a logo on it. I'm going to charge you $5 for that particular design. So, because each one I have to set up individually to do that. So that's pretty much, you know, what we got. So yeah, as far as that goes, the pistol stands, just to give you an idea, it does work with I've tried it with the Mosquito, the 6-hour Mosquito, because I have one, and then the Ruger 1020. I'm sorry, the Ruger 2245, which is what we have here. And I can make these in a variety of colors. This is just a very simple stand. Actually, I put my logo on the bottom of this one. It's kind of hard to see, but you can kind of see when I tilt it in the light. I found a way to do that and kind of keep the logo in place, because on a lot of pistol stands, I put it on like the spine, I guess you'd say, of it, or the back of it. But this is a real thin part of the stand, which is a translucent blue, by the way, too.
You got a question out in chat. Vanessa wants to know what kind of printer you're running.
I'm using a TiVo Black Widow. I actually have two of them. I picked up two because the reason why I went with this one is it was recommended to me actually by another guy who is known in like the in the 22 and custom gun world, Striplin Custom Guns, or Striplin Customs, I think his company is, Billy Striplin. I was chatting with him a while back, and this is the same printer that he's actually using. And check out his website too. He makes a lot of cool stuff. He makes a caddy that's similar, but I think it's a little bit smaller and a little different than mine. And it's neat. He makes a lot of cool stuff. Really nice guy. But I'm using a TiVo, which is TEVO Black Widow. It has a very large print bed. I went that route because I wanted to have something I could print larger prints with. I don't have it in front of me right now, but for example, something different. I was printing. You can find like on websites. There's firearms related items too that you can download that people design. If you have a printer at home, that you could just print. But I was doing something larger. Like it was actually it's a radio controlled airboat that I'm playing with as a side project just for fun. And the hull is printed in 3 pieces, and it's really tall. And kind of wide, and stuff. So it's nice to have a larger print bed and a larger print height to work with. For example, like dropping stuff. This is something I was prototyping earlier. This is a different mag caddy that I have. This one is how do I say it? Like I printed this one. I think which way did I do it? I think I printed it like facing like this or something, right? But like I can print like taller objects with my printer. Reason why I'm not really pursuing this right now is just because it's really complex, and this material that I printed this one in is basically in PLA, and I found that my concern with PLA is it's good for like if you want to use it in your house for like storing stuff in like your gun safe, but if you're out in the sun and it's baking on a really, really hot range, like sun's beating down, it's over 100 degrees, whatever, it's going to soften up and it might distort and warp, and I don't want to have that happen. So moving over to the material, the PETG, like on the stand or on that other mag caddy, it has a higher temperature rating, and it's stronger and everything. But the downside is printing that particular piece. It's harder to clean up because this material sticks to itself really well. So when you have like support material to remove from the print, which for those that don't know this, like when I printed this one, for example, and it was facing down like this, there had to be support material inside here to support the material that's getting printed above it. Because otherwise it'd be trying to print. It can't just, it has to have something to lay against, right? So you have material that you just remove like a core, you know? And there was also material like that inside each one of these, but they came out pretty easily. So anyway, I kind of like this design. Believe it or not, the Sig Mosquito mags fit in here kind of tight. They didn't fit real well, but they still worked. The 2245 mags fit in here really well, though. So this particular one would work pretty well for that. The whole idea behind this design was to put all the mags in here for the pistols and then have a strap that goes across it to retain them in place. And then you have two straps to hold the 10 round, even with or without a base plate extension or whatever, with the straps to hold them in place. And then at the top here, there's some like, you could put like a carry handle on each side if you want it, or one of the other sides. But I'm probably not going to pursue that design just because it doesn't print as well because of the fact of the material that I want to use for it. And I kind of like the tray, so we're going to go with that. So I don't know. Whatever you guys
is there a way we can share the? Is there a way we could share the internal group chat with all the viewers? Because
no,
that would be a multi-million-dollar idea.
Yeah, right. I don't know if you can do a screen share, but then it goes like a screen inside the screen. It's real weird. I didn't even look to see. You guys are all talking out here. Okay, so
you don't want to share that.
No, it's cool. You're just doing the whole teacher thing, and 2 out of the 3 students in the class were paying no attention. What the hell?
I know. I caught that. Yeah. Don't worry. I'm kind of paying attention here and there. I'm kind of catching up on the comments too out here in YouTube. Which, by the way, if you're out there watching this later on, you might. I guess now you can see these comments. It stores them now, so in the future, people who are watching this can see the comments as they roll in as they were rolling in live. So just give a shout out to everybody out there, watching and commenting. Appreciate that, and hopefully in the next couple months we'll be back on our main channel as well. And over on gunchannels.com, we also have live chat there, which is not very active right now at the moment, but again, we're just coming back from like almost a month of being away, it seems like, and hopefully the channel will get opened up again, and we'll be back to doing live on the main channel where everybody is really kind of subscribed to, because this channel is just kind of a backup one just to make the video. So we'll upload this again onto the main channel. So that sounds kind of confusing, but if you're watching this in the future when it's not live, you may be watching it on the main channel because I'll put this video there. And you guys are welcome to chime in anytime in this conversation too. I'm just kind of just running my mouth talking as I usually do.
What is that cool green pistol you were almost showing us there?
Yes, I had my hand I was going to show. So this is the 2245 Mark IV Light. I just literally just put the first 50 rounds through it. It's pretty cool. What I like about this is a friend of mine actually showed me this pistol. It was I don't know if it was the Mark IV though or not. I don't remember. But he said, yeah, 2245, so much fun. He's like, you got it. I don't have it here in front of me, but I forgot to grab it. Was the McFadden Lightning it's the McFadden Ultimate Clip Loader. And it's like they call it a clip loader. Yeah, see, I messed up the name originally even on the video, but I showed a video recently on the main channel, and you could check it out there. But that thing is pretty sweet. You can just shake up the rounds and boom, right in. It's so fast. So he was showing me that, and I kind of was like, yeah, I'd like to get one of those one day. And I want to get into some rimfire shooting. I haven't done any 3-gun recently, and I see like a lot of rimfire stuff. And it's just kind of it's something new and kind of has got my interests. I'm hoping that next month to get to go to there's a Tar Heel rimfire match. So I'm hoping to do that. I'm hoping to supply some of my pistol stands and mag caddies and stuff for that, for the prize table too, just to give away to people, just to contribute something. But yeah, I tell you about the green color. It looks weird on camera because it looks almost like brown, but it is actually an anodized like green. But it's really nice.
That's cool. I like the cuts in the barrel there too.
Yes, that's all about the light too as well.
Yeah.
It's also got a threaded barrel too. So
Mhm.
what's cool is you can put a comp on here, which I just unthreaded this thing the wrong way, I think, because the other end of it's supposed to actually come off, but who knows? I'll get it apart and fix it later. But yeah, because this end's not supposed to unscrew. Actually, I'm gonna try to take it off and see if I can do it right now. Yeah, there's like it's stuck, but that's supposed to be like an insert. The head didn't come off before, but basically just the outer portion of this comes off, and this inner piece still stays there. It's actually so you can put a suppressor on it. You can do it on compensator, which we'll get to that in a second. So this is basically all stock right out of the box. Comes with 2 mags, and that's about it with with this thing. But again, we're working on these too. We put these on the website. Stands in blue and green and different colors and things. But I went with the green. I really wanted like the Mark III model, the previous model. They had a really, really awesome anodized blue that I liked a lot. It was almost similar to like something like this kind of. But the new blue is like a grayish, like titanium blue or something. It's like, nah. And so I was looking at maybe the red or the green, and I was kind of leaning more towards the green because it's something a little different. And also, I'm planning on doing a bunch of tandem cross upgrades to this pistol right out of the box here. I'm going to tell you a little bit about those too, since we have that on the topic here. So starting out, we have like their race gun kit from Tandem Cross. I'm going to be doing a video on installing this. So really decking this thing out. I want to get an optic for it at some point too. I just don't know if that's going to be anytime soon, but some sort of red dot I'd like to get on there. I'm looking forward to trying out their grips. It's the Hive grip. It's got like a honeycomb pattern on it. We were talking about the compensator. Got the Game Changer Pro. Kind of hard to see in the plastic, but I'm gonna do this on another video where you're gonna see it better detail anyway. They've got their Cornerstone, I believe it's called, safety, which that's one of the things I don't like a whole lot. I'm thinking this will. I believe that this ends up, and I'm gonna find out for sure, but
is that just an extended safety or what?
I think it replaces the safety. I'm not sure if it's just extended like larger and it's also a different angle, I believe, because I'm not sure if it ends up using it. It must end up using the original ambidextrous one because it's got an ambidextrous safety on it. I think it ends up using that, but I think the idea is I have to go back and read about it. I was looking at it a while ago and I can't remember all the details. But the angle of it and just the shape of it, and it's kind of, I think it is a little bit more, it is actually a little more extended. You can kind of see it just by looking at it. But it's hard to see in the plastic, of course, but it is much larger than what's on there now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay.
So it is. So it gives you more positive engagement, which is not bad. I mean, I can hit this one, but it's just, it is a little weird. So I'm thinking it's going to be a little better, hopefully. Hopefully the angle's a little bit better for me, too. That's what I'm looking at, because there's some things I noticed off the bat with this, that are just a little different. In the trigger, like I kind of like the idea that it's more like a flat trigger that's in there, which I didn't really go into too much detail on that kit, but I'll go back to that in a minute. If I can set this back on the stand. A couple other things that we've got. One thing I don't like about this pistol out of the box too, speaking of those items, mag disconnect. So like if you have a live round in the chamber and the mag is out, you can't fire it. I don't like that on any pistols. I want it to be able to fire if it's got a round in it. Just me personally, that's why I look at it, because and it's a 22, so you're not necessarily using it for like a home defense situation, but I look at it like if you're in a situation where somehow the mag gets dislodged and you're trying to fire the gun, I want it to fire.
Well, if you're camping or hunting out in the woods and you lose your mag, but you still have bullets, I mean,
Exactly. That's why I don't like it. So they've got a magazine disconnect replacement.
Plus, dude, the squirrels around here are all strapped. So
that's right. You seen that one photo? And then there's like showing them like, someone asked like, what do you think is the best 22 for a squirrel? And I forgot what they recommended. This one is basically they're different followers for the mags. They call it the Maximus +1 followers, so you can get like I think the stock mags hold 10, so the thing this holds 11. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, will those work on the older generations too, or is that
That's a
just
great
for
question.
the 4s?
I'm not sure. It says MK series, so it must work on the older ones also.
Oh,
Because
cool! I'll
then
have to
again,
check those out.
Yeah, I don't think they're terribly expensive either. The other thing is that the mag bodies are the same between generations. What I understand is the base plates are different, and that's what kind of makes like the difference on them. From what I've read, I don't know because I've never really gotten into that. And I'm just laughing. You guys are funny talking on the side. What? Oh my god! So back to this race gun kit, and I know it's got this thing. You guys are just gonna derail the whole thing with that side chat. It cracks me up. So I'll read off the back here. It has the Halo charging ring, right? It's got this ring that basically latches on the back of the where you charge it from. The Victory trigger. It's got an extended magazine release. Basically, I got 2 different button designs, so you can kind of like I guess figure out which one you want to run on it. Has the Mark Pro magazine bumpers. It says boost consistency of positive magazine seating, Zytel base for strength and durability, lateral grip pulls easy for magazine removal. So basically, it's just like larger base pads for them. So I'm gonna end up basically doing 2 of the mags up with these base plates and then the followers. So then it'll kind of identify which ones are modified, other than the fact that they also got red followers too, which helps kind of indicate that. So I'm going to do a video on all the upgrades on it. I mentioned earlier about Billy Striplin. He makes a really cool thumb rest for these pistols too. That basically, like there's this front pin here. It kind of like replaces that and has a little thumb rest on the side, which is kind of cool. So it's mainly for like right-handed shooters and whatnot.
Oh, like a gas pedal. That's what they
Yeah,
call
like a gas pedal. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, that's pretty cool. So I'm going to get one of those ordered up here pretty soon as well. What's kind of neat, I don't know, now you might know this, Brandon, or any of you guys might know this because I'm not, this is the first 2245 I've had. I don't know if the previous models did this, but the takedown of this is pretty simple.
No, that's like the biggest deal on the Mark IV, the new generation.
That's what I thought.
Is that
takedown.
Yep.
I like that a lot. So
easy comparatively.
Yeah. What's that?
It's so easy comparatively compared to what it used to be in the previous generations.
Yeah, so that's why I went with this. Because, in fact, about 2 weeks before I bought this one, maybe 3 weeks before, they had the Mark III, a used one, for a really nice price with the Burst Fastfire 3 on it. And I want to say it was like around 3 something, like 380, 389. I don't remember off the top of my head. It was like, okay, so you're getting the optic with it. You're getting a pretty good price on the pistol. Looks like someone took care of it and used it for one of the race guns, and so on. And I was like tempted to get it. In fact, then I was there looking at these and I was kind of like, I really want to get one of the light models. I think that's cool. It's got the rail on top, yada, yada. But then they also had the Marksman series with the longer, heavier bull barrel. And they had one of those that was like really nice shape that was used in the Mark IV, I believe. And I was really kind of torn between it at first. And then I'm like, no, I'm going to stick to the light. And then I'm like narrowing down by the colors. I'm like, I'm just going to go with the green. It's pretty cool because it looks weird in pictures because, like I said, it looks like a bronze or brownish, color. But it really is a green. If it was out in the bright light, you'd probably be able to see it more.
I love that color. That's awesome, man. Congratulations on getting that. Hey, does that have a loaded chamber indicator on it?
Oh, I'm happy. So, yeah, maybe we'll see. I'd love to do like a range day event or something one day and get some of you guys out here and go shoot some stuff, So I got one other thing we can talk about, and then if you guys want to bring up any topics that don't have to do with dragons and certain little blue pills or whatever.
Don't worry, Dan. I do have some gun questions, so just one after you're done.
All right, so I'll go with the last thing. You've seen the video on this. I know you guys have seen it. I did a little walkthrough on how to install this trigger. It's the first time installing a trigger in a Glock for me, and I like this thing. Again, safety checked. It's just Nice positive engagement. I like the shape of the trigger. My finger rests on here so much better than the original Glock trigger, and I like it. So Apex Tactical, that's where I got that from. Apex Tactical Specialties. They make a whole bunch of them. In fact, they make them fly the M&P line as well. And again, I really like this pistol too. I've been kind of building it up as I go. It's my hot rod Glock. It's got a spin to precision barrel. I kind of polished it up a little bit. Still could use a little more work on polishing it, but it's pretty nice. LTD combat slide with the RMR cut. I just put some cheap slates on there. I forget what company those were. I don't know if they're Americalo or something like that. I bought off Amazon. Kind of just something cheap for now until I get the RMR. Obviously, mentioned the trigger. Also has a Strike Industries backplate there. It's kind of hard to see, but it's got a button in the center, so you can actually push down on it to be able to remove it without much trouble with the striker. What else?
What pound trigger is it?
I forgot. I said it in the video. I think it's like a 4-pound trigger pull, but I don't have a way of checking it mechanically to actually verify it.
Is block set at 5?
Good question. Does any of you guys know?
4.5 to 5.5, depending on whether you get one of like the 34s or a typical 19.
So it's probably like a 1-pound drop, maybe.
Or you can get the NY trigger with the 7-pound deal for the cops. The NY trigger.
Like when I got my 27, it's just, it's basically a 19. It's just the only thing it's a 40 frame with a 40 injector.
That's gonna have a 5.5-pound trigger in it, most typically.
Damn.
Is the trigger smoother than the stock trigger too, or?
Yeah, it feels so much better. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. It feels smoother. It feels like the original trigger being like the plastic deal. It just doesn't feel as nice as this. This just feels like very much like I got more of a place to set my trigger finger on versus the Glock trigger, and it seems like the edges are more rounded. It's more like a flat feel to it. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's really, I'm happy with it. I also am running a Crux Ord extended mag release. I run that on my other Glock 19 as well, just kind of because my thumb trying to reach that, I can't quite get a good press on it otherwise. So with this, it helps with that problem, so I can actually release my mags. So yeah, that's pretty much what we had. So what was your questions there, Corey?
I got a buddy on Instagram. I've been talking to, and he's referred me to like Bull Moose Tactical. I don't know if you guys have heard of them or have done some looking on them. My thing is I'm wanting to build my next AR, and I'm like wanting to start like from the ground up. Like I don't, from just obtaining everything. And they have like kits and different things. They got barrels and just a whole bunch of different stuff where you can choose from. And so basically, like I have no idea what the hell I'm doing, and I'll say that right now. I've never even taken my AR like completely apart because I don't want to like jinx myself, screw it up, break it. So I just need a complete parts kind of lookup kind of thing.
Like, will you help selecting some stuff for this build, or what?
Well, that and I guess like a complete like rundown and check of like all the parts that I need for like a full AR build. Okay,
we can help you with that for sure.
Basically what I'm looking at doing is I've already got one AR that's I guess normal. I mean,
normal, like a patterned after like a M4 style, like mil spec type build, or what?
Well, I meant normal as in like it does everything that the liberals say it does. I mean, it gets up and it walks by itself,
and it's got a chainsaw attachment.
No. Luckily, this one uses a samurai sword like that chick from Walking Dead. Yeah, that one.
Dude, do not mess with Michonne. All right, that is my girl. I have no poor talking about Michonne.
That was a badass chick, and she was even more badass in Black Panther. I'll tell you that.
Speaking of that, I'm gonna derail you for a second too.
Oh God.
I'm gonna keep showing this off because I'm just so happy with it.
Wakanda forever.
Oh man, you guys cracked me up. So basically,
I'm actually pretty jealous of that because that's really cool.
it is cool. I'm jealous of it. I couldn't believe it. Like when I opened the box, I'll tell you the story. I know you guys know this story, but for those that are watching, so my friend Brandon at Applied Arsenal Finishes and Gunworks out in Watermill, Illinois, does some awesome work. None, hands down, right? So originally when I dropped this off to him, this is just a cheap AR pistol build that I put together. It's got an Anderson lower. Okay, love them, hate them, whatever. They make reasonable lowers. People might bitch and complain about the quality. I haven't any problems with it, whatever. Boo-hoo. It's got a cheap Chinese handguard on it. People ask me, where do you get the handguard? It's just a cheap eBay Chinese handguard. That's it. I got a Yankee Hill machine, flash hider muzzle device, we're going to call it. Excuse me. I don't even remember what barrel I put on here, where I got that. It was a while ago. It's got a basic, just a regular stock lower parts kit and a cheap buffer tube that I picked up someplace. I don't even remember that either. Regular charging handle, some Chinese Cobra Attack flip-up sights that I picked up. For right now, I might put a red dot on it at some point, but the grip is really cool. This is from Hogue. It's like I think a 15-degree vertical grip, pistol grip they made for the ARs. It used to be kind of like a dark green, and then of course they Cerakoted it. Came out pretty nice. Got this actually right before they hit the market. They sent this out to do a video with, and so that's basically the rundown of the rifle itself. Everything else is just pretty basic. But originally I was looking at doing a traditional Harley Quinn. I've seen a couple other guys out on YouTube that have done that. I thought, hey, that's kind of cool. Just something different and crazy because I have a laptop case this fits into. You probably see on the Instagram. It's an old Pelican laptop case, and if you unpin the upper and the lower, you can put it in the case just like so, and it'll hold a 20-round mag in the lower when it's in the case, and 4 30-round mags as well. So you can carry 140 rounds roughly in the case with you, plus this little pistol. And if you want to throw I've got a single point sling attachment point there, so I got a little cheap sling for it too as well, just a plain black sling. But originally, I wanted to do like the traditional Harley Quinn with each different part being different colors and everything. That's kind of what we talked about. But I always give him I always tell Brandon, basically make it look nice, like use your creative talent that you use. And so when I opened the box, this was totally not what I was expecting. And I was like, holy shit, this is freaking awesome. I love it. I love it. So he knocked it out of the park on this thing big time.
Yeah. I mean, the one that I have now, I mean, it's just, your standard basic iron sight and everything like that. Basically, if you want to put it at a more, I guess, modern word, it's naked. And now I need one that I can fully dress. I mean, these are my dolls, I mean, they're my toys.
So the real question is, what do you want to do with it?
Basically, my second, I want to be able to build it. The only bad part is I live in an apartment, so I don't have, a desk or anything to really hammer on shit without bothering somebody. But I want to be with this one. I want to be able to have attachments like an optic and stuff like that, to where I have both, where I can say I'm ambidextrous when it comes to iron sights and optics, and I can go back and forth whichever one I want to choose.
Did you say ambidextrous optics?
No, I want to be ambidextrous.
So you want to be able to use your optic both left and right-handed?
No, I want to be able to use both, not at the same time, but I want to know how to use both,
Oh, man. Okay.
Hey, I'm just going to throw this on real quick if I'm going to set this thing down. So after I put it together, this was still, the ejection port was still closed. I opened it up. That is cool. It says good night on it. It's perfect. This is perfect. So speaking of your rifle build idea there and not having a place to do it, if you want, I know you're a few states away, but if you want us we can get all these parts together and get everything together, come on down. We'll do a build, do a video of it. We'll go take it to the range and go shoot it, do it on a weekend.
Watch it blow up in my face, and yeah.
What? You think your rifle will bulk in your face? What?
Who knows?
Headspace gauge.
Who knows?
Oh yeah, that's easy enough. Yeah,
Go no go. We like that. No, all right.
it's
So
probably
Corey,
a good idea, but I have not used one. Believe it or not, I rolled the dice.
oh my, you're gonna be using that fucking tourniquet sooner than I thought you were. You know, goodness gracious. Okay,
Corey,
I'm trying.
Rounds, just hit that forward assist.
God damn it!
Down there,
I'm
like,
trying so hard to bring some decorum and some education to this conversation. Let me try it again. Corey, what do you want the rifle to do? Please don't say shoot.
Wants to shoot.
Fuck.
Yes. Do
I
you
want
want
to be able to, put a, I want to be able to put a tourniquet around my arm. That's what I want to use.
All right.
I want to use it as with the tourniquet. I want it to be. I want it to. I don't want to be able to just like go out and buy a standard AR and mess with it myself. I want to be able to build it for myself.
Sure.
All parts.
Sure.
But do you want it just to be a regular home defense AR, or like one that you're going to do competitions with, or long range?
Rick's tracking. Rick's got me.
I get what Ken's saying. Like, what's your end goal for what do you want it to do? What niche do you want to fill in your collection?
I mean, I want to be able to do like training with it, but I don't want to be able to do like competitions. I'm not really the competition kind of guy, nor do I have with school and things like that.
Gotcha.
So you wanna bring it to a Green Mountain Defense rifle class and learn how to run it. That's what you're saying.
I want to. Well, we're on the air. Anyway.
What?
Well, yeah.
What? I'm lost.
I want to be able to be like a defense contractor and go overseas and yeah, we'll stop there.
Okay. So, lightweight components. Heavy on the charging handle, heavy on the mag release, heavy on the safety. Make sure we get really good componentry there. Solid barrel. Geez, I mean upper and lower from just about anybody, honestly, unless you have aesthetic preferences.
I have a hold on. I have a couple pictures that I saved from looking at Bull Moose Tactical, like I said, from the buddy that recommended them. And I started like I think it's my lower and some of my upper purchase, like my barrel and stuff. So I can send that to you guys and you can tell me what you think, because I think one of them's like a kit.
So this Bull Moose company, I'm on their website right now. It looks to me like the whole point of this is one-stop shop, buy everything from them and build one rifle from their company. Is that what you're shooting for here?
No, they have multiple different like company products.
No. But I mean, you want to be able to get everything off of this site?
No, I don't have to. No.
Okay.
I can go from here to there. That's
okay.
He kind of reps for them and stuff. So he was telling me a little bit about them, and he said
no, because it looks cool. I mean, you mentioned it's the first time I've heard of it, but I'm clicking through it right now. You said your buddy reps for them or something?
I think so.
You should get them on here. What do you think, Rick?
Yeah, I don't care. I'd be happy to do that. I'm happy to get anybody to come on here and hang out with us, talk guns and gun components and gun accessories and propane.
propane accessories.
Or butane, whichever one you want.
Damn, they got some cool stuff on here. I thought this was going to be like bargain barrel. No offense. I thought this was going to be like lower end stuff. But
I said Bull Moose Tactical, like Barney Tactical, like I was.
By the way, I'm repping for the right on mug here.
The baby bot barrels. The baby bot barrels.
Baby bot
barrels.
Shit. Okay, so they've got spikes.
What's website again?
BullMooseTactical.com. They've got everything from spikes to Seekins.
Bull Moose.
LBE. Wow. All right.
I'm always apprehensive. Oh wow, this trigger's pretty cool. They got on this page.
They recommended the skeletonized trigger.
Oh man, I'm gonna get that.
It's got like a 3 or 3.5 pound trigger pull on it.
Yeah, Corey,
That's-
Rick and I will each have built a rifle off this website before we're done on this chat. That's the problem with this nonsense.
Yeah,
I know. I'm so
it
upset.
is.
That you guys are gonna like beat me to it. Damn it.
No, man. Seriously though, that is an offer. Like, if you want to build it out here, we can do it. You know.
I mean, I was thinking about taking it down to like the alleyway or something, and maybe like pawning it for 50 bucks or something. You know, somebody's girlfriend, maybe. I don't know.
Jesus, dude, you are in rare form. If these people knew how funny you were being off air versus on air, like you're killing it tonight.
Yeah.
I've life is just so good for me right now with everything I'm doing in school and
Yeah. Congrats on that new job too.
new job. Yeah, thank you very much. With school, let's see, I just got a $6,000 scholarship for my degree.
That's awesome.
That's renewable every year automatically. With my job, I'm able to get all my internship hours that I need for my degree. I'm also working on some really, really good suicide research that is probably going to get me published throughout the country, if not the world. And my research, my research professor is actually wanting me to do.
Before he was famous, he was on BIGGUNNER81 on the website here on the channel.
What?
Awesome. What?
What? Are you like complaining about me? Like what?
No, I'm saying before you were famous, you were here first.
Yeah,
it's like we're honored.
Yeah. Oh my God, we got this Corey Byers. You know, he was here first. Yeah. But I mean, it's just been going so good. It's just I feel great right now. It's awesome.
So, Corey, I usually joke around and fuck with you all the time because you fuck with me, but I'm like, I couldn't be more proud of the work that you're doing. That's so cool, buddy.
Thanks,
Very
man.
true.
Now that I've said that, let me ask you a question from Midnight Range on a chat here. Midnight Range has the most important gun question that's ever been asked, at least that I've ever heard, which is the following. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Yes or no? Discuss.
Oh, is a hot dog a
Well,
sandwich?
are we talking in Eckeridge Farms? Are we talking in Oscar Mayer? Are we talking a bratwurst, a German Italian sausage? What are we talking?
Well, those are not hot dogs. Bratwurst is brat.
Yeah, bratwurst is a brat. Like,
Hey, hold
Hot
on.
dogs are hot dogs.
A
Two
wiener
different
is a
things.
wiener.
man.
Okay, a wiener's a wiener. It doesn't matter about girth or size. A wiener is a wiener.
excuse me, sir, that was a microaggression, especially when you're talking about my wiener.
Yes. Oh,
Now,
God.
what I'm trying to figure out here is simply this. Because you put the meat between two pieces of bread, is it a sandwich or not?
Can I go ask?
Brandon, where you at, Brandon?
I'm a hot dog aficionado. I love chili dogs. The last pair of chili dogs I made was a grilled cheese as the bun, and then chili and cheese.
Oh,
on top.
my.
So
That's awesome.
it was super messy, but it was great. I'm
Wow,
a fan of
man.
the burnt ballpark hot dogs. I would say hot dog is different than a sandwich, but I could see how some people would think
in the sandwich family.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm just going to say, when you said grilled cheese as the bun for a hot dog, I don't know if you heard it or not, but the zipper in my shorts stretched all the way out. I'm just saying. I mean, damn.
Well, actually, it was a chili dog.
That
It
was
was
hot.
grilled chili cheese dog. So it's grilled
Oh,
cheese
man.
bun, hot dog, and then chili on top. So
As far as I know, a chili dog is also a foreplay word too. Tell me, I don't know.
All right. So we got one official vote, which is that, in fact, they are different. Rick, where are you at?
Oh, man. I think it's part of the sandwich family because it's got meat and bread.
Okay.
Corey?
Corey?
It's not a traditional sandwich, but I think it's still part of the family.
Corey, yes or no? Sandwich or no?
So I'm gonna go with it's a derivative off the sandwich family. I mean, it's probably like a wicked stepnephew, but I mean,
the sandwich family term now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be like medically correct here too. I mean, come on. You know, you probably have some doctors looking at this show, and it could be like a stomach doctor, and then they're probably thinking like,
A stomach doctor?
Yeah. It is no McRib.
You know, my cousin Charlie done went to school to be a stomach doctor.
Oh, man.
A
You guys
stomach doctor.
Let me say this about hot dogs and sandwiches. Now, there's been times where I've had hot dogs but no bun, but had bread. So what I would do is cook the hot dog and then cut it in long ways and in quarters and lay it out like a sandwich and eat it like a sandwich. In that instance, I would call it a sandwich. But, you know. Whatever.
So Vanessa Kitty said sandwich. It is not a cousin. So she's calling it a sandwich.
Yeah, no, I'm going sandwich. It's bread and it's meat. It's a sandwich. You know what's funny about that is Midnight said he was going to derail our shit, and he totally derailed our shit. So kudos to you, whoever you are, Midnight.
Hey, I think Roosted Films got it pretty well. Not all wieners are the same.
Jesus. Midnight. All right, what's he say?
I just threw out my one brat I had left in the fridge today.
I've heard from the American Hot Dog Foundation that it isn't a sandwich. As a professional, I believe it's a subcategory of sandwich. And I love the correct spelling and pronunciation of sandwich, as in woman making a sandwich.
Would it be
subcategory of sandwich? And a subcategory is still under the category of sandwich.
The sandwich family. You sound like you're talking about the Linnaean names of animals. Like, no, that's in the deer family. Like, it's fine.
What about a Sam Hamwich? You know, since it's like all the pork processed parts that like are not normal, and then shoved into its intestines.
Okay. Can I talk about? Stop it with your fake not muted not nonsense. Can I talk about guns for a minute, please?
Yes, that's why we're here.
Okay.
Commanders.
I have this problem on my hands. It seems I'm overstocked on 22 LR ammo, and I need a new 22 to review.
Oh, you have a Mark IV, don't you?
I've got a review out on the Mark IV and the Mark IV 2245 light thing you got there. What should I review? I've got one out on the Henry Golden Boy. I've got one out on the Mark IV. I've got one out on the Mark IV Tactical. I've got one out on
Scorpion.
Well, Quartz and Scorpion. Okay, there's a vote. That's pretty similar, though, isn't it?
It's based on the Rugers, but they're like a step up. So,
okay.
Do you have any Ruger 1022s?
I do. You know, it's funny you say that. I've got a real plain Jane one. I was thinking about getting a takedown and
I'll be right back.
Doing it up. Here he comes. Big Daddy's gonna go show us something.
I was gonna say, I've been looking at getting like the Ruger 1022. What are they, like the ranch hands or ranch editions or whatever?
Yep.
I think that's, I don't know. I'm not completely sure of the name, but that's kind of what it is. But I thought it'd be pretty cool. Maybe if you have one of them. I
was thinking like AR in 22.
Oh, okay.
I believe
the MMPs have a 22.
Oh yeah, for sure. Or
do that. I think the Mossbergs. I've heard the Mossbergs are horrible.
I think
so. It's not easy to show this on camera because it's got the whole tripod.
Oh, you're 22 gallon.
Wow.
That is cool.
Yo, Rick, ship that up here a minute. I'll send it back.
That is pretty damn.
We had to do a little bit of touch up on the Cerakote. There's a little flaw in it, but he's going to fix that later. So I have to finish putting this together because it's not all tweaked yet. Like the top plate's just sitting under loose right now. So it's, two Ruger 1022s in here, and it uses like a little cam system. And
Start bubble wrapping that sumbitch. Send it up.
I just got it back, and I want to go shoot it.
I literally cannot believe you stole that off Stuart Little's hamster mouse car.
Fuck.
We'll show more of this later on with the actual Cerakote when it's all touched up and finished. But
I remember what that looked like even before you got started. That's really, really cool.
Yeah, it was all black.
So are you going to be able to do belt fed with that as well?
No, it's not belt fed. But you can do there are 100 round, I think maybe a little bit over 100 round drums for those. Will they run okay? I don't know. But excuse me.
So So that will take a magazine.
2 mags. They sit like on each side. Like they clip in it just like regular 1022. If it's laying on its side on each side. Like
Okay.
so, yeah, you can put like the 10-round mags in it, but that's just like done. So the 225 rounders, you do 50 rounds. You know, it's kind of fun. But I would like to get, if I can find a reliable drum that'll feed sideways, get 2 of them. But they also cost, some money to buy drum mags. So it's more of a spray and pray, have fun type plinking. Like shoot a bunch of 22 ammo as fast as you can and a bunch of stuff and see little, in the dirt mound. But it's fun as hell.
So we got to vote for the Volcorsi Scorpion. Something tells me Rick's never going to send me his Gatling gun, so I guess I'm
You got to come down here.
Dude, I'll pack up my 5,000 rounds of ammo and come on down.
Yeah, do it. Well, totally.
That'd be fun. But no, seriously, I need a 22 to review. What else is out there? There's the CMMG Banshee that's new out. I'm kind of at a loss on what to review.
Get one of those MP5 clones with 22.
Oh, okay. Who's making a good one of them?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. They haven't been reviewed, I don't think. You know what I'm saying? So you got to do some.
I'll be the first one.
You can test like how accurate or how durable the little oh shit.
What?
I can't think of it now. Hold on a second. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
The little hamster in Corey's brain just stopped for a water break.
Yeah.
That shit was over.
Either 1, the 3. Come
Yeah.
back up a little bit.
Wait tonight. Let me tell you.
Oh man. Okay, Roosted's helping me. Beretta M922, pump action Henry. Yeah, I've got the Henry lever gun.
Oh,
I want to go shoot mine so bad.
Derringers. Those little.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Ooh, Corey for the win. Good call.
You can get one of those Heritage Rough Riders.
They do like the little. Actually, they do like the little revolvers, and then they do the ones that carry like, I think two
like little Bond arms. Is that what
Yeah.
you're thinking of? All right.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
They got like the snake slayers and stuff like that with the little shotgun cartridges and stuff.
Okay. I've already got one out on the LCR X22, but I like the idea of the little guy. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bond Arms. Hey, Bond Arms, if you're watching, feel free.
The accuracy nerd in me says get one of those CZ bolt action 22s, but I don't know. It'd take a while to go through that much on a bolt gun. So
Well, you know what? Honestly, if I could find like a 427 or a 497,
yeah,
or something. I
yeah,
know the one you mean.
472, I don't know
Okay.
exactly.
What
452,
about the
455, I think maybe.
What about the Ruger Precision Rimfire?
Yeah, but I'm a lefty, remember? I don't buy right-handed bolt guns.
Oh,
Don't get me started. It's just a thing.
I got you.
I thought about that, believe me. And I thought about the Corey, what the hell are you doing with your the screen just stopped on Corey and he was like making this face and scared me.
I know, I saw that.
No, but
Want some mustard on that hot dog signature, bub?
I'll take mustard, not mayonnaise. Thank you.
Yeah, no shit. I don't want to know where your mayo comes from, your homemade mayo.
Wow. Okay, that went a little too far. I'll take some yeast from your wife. Yeah. Mm.
Okay. So Bond Arms. I liked it. Oh geez. All right, hold on. Vanessa's hit me up. CZ 455. Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
North American Arms also makes a nice little 22 revolver. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to goof around a little bit. I might just do a 22 takedown, a 10-22 takedown, and do that. Or I might order up
those too.
I might order up one of those new Bowers Biddy 22 suppressors and run the snot out of that. Anybody see one of those yet? I'm gonna take that.
Say it again.
Bowers Biddy, like
Bowers
Biddy.
Nope.
It's a little 22 suppressor about the size of Corey's sausage. Perfect.
Is it like the ones you have to make the little bagel dogs out of?
Yeah, exactly.
Schnitzel, yeah.
Is that a sandwich?
Yeah, that's-
Yes, we already determined it's a sandwich, even if it's wrapped around it, not sliced to put inside of it.
oh my goodness. Okay.
We haven't talked about feline ballistics in a while either.
Feline ballistics. Let me tell you something. I'm still working on this. My whole problem with feline ballistics is the ballistic coefficient's just all shitty. You can't get them.
Dog ballistics.
No. We have a strict no dogs policy here at Green Mountain Defense.
No dogs?
No, we have dogs. We just don't fire them in the catapult. That's why it's a catapult, not a dog. Yeah. Cat launcher.
Wow.
That's right. The cat launcher. That's what we were after.
The cat launcher 5000.
Yeah. The Catling gun. Maybe we make us a Catling gun.
Yes, there you go. Rapid fire of cats.
Hey, you guys want to hear some terrible dad jokes, or at least one?
Sure.
What's my cat's favorite rifle?
Gee, I don't know.
Meowser.
Yeah, perfect, Corey. Bang! Right out the park.
He picked it up right there.
Bang!
Meowser.
Just like that. I'm gonna go on mute for a while.
Are any of you guys Milsurp fans?
I like Milsurp stuff. I just haven't really gotten anything yet, other than the what the hell is it called? Why can't I think of it? My freaking mind's going. My Mo's in the gaunt.
I was doing that match at the Talladega, the vintage rifle action match. I ran it with the M1 carbine.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that was cool. But on the way there, I stopped at the CMP store, and I picked up
There's a CMP store?
16-inch M1 bayonet.
Oh shit!
So these are kind of hard to find. They had 4 of them left in the store. I had to ask them to pull them out, and I picked out the best one. And about 30 minutes after I left, they were all gone. So I got one of the last ones they had. So that was my rare find. I couldn't buy a Garand when I was down there, so I'm like, I'm going home with something. So
I know you said the M1, and I was thinking of Garand. So
yeah. But anyway, that was pretty cool.
That
The
is
action
cool.
rifle match was a lot of fun too. They're gonna do another one in December, I believe. So I'm looking forward to that. So.
Brandon, you said something that I think Rick and I both picked up on. Did you say CMP store?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've not heard of that.
Yeah, same. What's the deal? I didn't know.
The CMP, for those who don't know, is a civilian marksmanship program.
Yep.
That I knew. I didn't know they had a store though.
Right.
Yeah, they've got 2. The South store is luckily in Anniston, Alabama. It's about 2.5, 3 hour drive south for me. And you can go there, and you have to have some paperwork, but they've got Garands that range, from 630 for rack grades all the way up to as much as you want to spend. But usually between $600 and $1,000, you can pick up a Garand, pretty decent shape. And they have some other stuff there. They're going to be selling the 1911s too, but that's only in mail order. And about 30 minutes away from the CMP store in Talladega, they have the CMP Marksmanship Park, and it's like a $20 million facility in the middle of Alabama.
Awesome.
They've got 600-yard rifle range to their main range. It starts out, they've got 200, 300, and 600 yards. And the coolest thing about it is all their targeting systems all over the place are electronic. So you've just got a box that shows like your last you bullet, and it blinks, shows your groups and everything. It's all digital. So there's no like trying to do a spotting scope or, pulling your targets up and down. So. But yeah, it's really a lot of fun. It's one of the best places that I've shot by far. So
That's pretty cool.
Did you say a $20 million facility in Alabama?
yeah.
That's like the whole GDP of the state, man.
Well, Yeah, it is. They do the national vintage rifle matches there. So there's also the North store. I think is in Camp Perry, Indiana, maybe. But that's the North store. But the South store is the one that has more of the rifles. They've got more selection and everything. So, but you can also with the CMP store order online. And if you got your paperwork and everything, and they can ship it to your door, you don't have to go through an FFL or
with the
anything
CNR
like
license, though, right?
Nope.
Really?
Yep.
That's different. I didn't know that.
Yep. So
yeah, but
for
the
those
CMP for those of you that may be gun grabber, terror, hating sons of bitches, CMP paperwork is not something that just any Tom, Dick, and Harry goes out and gets. Brandon, you want to talk a little bit about that and what's entailed in it?
I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah, you have to be a member of a registered gun club, and it has to be one of the clubs that's on their list that they have. If you're not a member there, I think you can join the Garand Collectors Association to fulfill the gun club part of it. In addition to that, you also have to go through a hunting course or safety course or something like that. Retired military, they'll take your retired military as fulfillment for the safety course as well. And I think it's mainly those two things that you need to be an affiliated member of the gun club and then go through some kind of gun safety course or have a hunting license, I believe. So, but you want to make sure that you have the right paperwork before you head down there, because it would suck to drive all the way down there or whatever and then not be able to get something. But yeah, it's a really cool program, and I'm a old milcer. That's kind of how I started out. So luckily, I live in the great state that has the awesome facility and store. So it's a fun destination for anybody that's looking for that kind of stuff.
That's pretty cool.
That is cool. I didn't know about it. Learn something new every time we do this show. Completely. So we'll probably wrap things up here pretty quick. Just looking to see real quick if there's any other. I was getting some feedback on the other end. Is that coming off you, Corey? I'm guessing it's coming off you.
What's that?
You guys, I was hearing some echoing coming back. But anyway, do you guys have anything you want to finish up with? Any final thoughts? So go across the room here. I'm actually gonna go. I'm just gonna do it out of order. I'm gonna go. Corey, you got anything you want to mention before we wrap up?
She's great. I'm first. No. Guys, don't stop it. Okay, I've had enough laughter at me tonight.
Corey's eating 2 pieces of bread and eat a sandwich.
Hey, I was talking about hot dog girth and shit too, so let's go ahead and go for it. No, but tonight's been a really crazy night. Like I said, I've just been so excited here lately the last few weeks, this last month. I got a lot going on, a lot of good things happening. Just having fun with it and having a good time. So don't take anything I say very seriously, because it's not serious at all. It's just fun. But thanks, guys, for looking into that Bull Moose tactical stuff. I think Ken, I might have sent you the picture on Facebook of what I had in my card art. Rick, I'll send it to you. I might even send it to the group that TJ's in and stuff too for you guys to look at. But I'm thinking of considering it. Not getting all the stuff at one time, but just piecing it out here and there, kind of like like a monthly kit or something.
Speaking of which, Tactical Edge USA, or Tactical Edge, they're doing that kit where you could buy each month you do an installment and they send you a box of parts and you can do a build along with them, watch all the videos and stuff, which is really cool. I thought it was a neat concept they came up with, because not everybody has that one lump sum to go buy that rifle, and this way you can kind of do it in pieces, which is also what's fun about building them. You're making your own, you're picking the parts out, you're putting it together.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, like I said, that's something I'm seriously considering, especially for the next year. So I have it by maybe next summer or next springtime. So, I mean, nothing that, is going to take,
Now, are you going to do any custom coatings to it, or just to build it and that's it?
I think I'm just going to leave it plain. If I do any like coatings or anything, I might just do it like myself.
Yeah, there's a lot of do-it-yourself kits out there too. I think I don't think Cerakote makes anything like that, but like there's Duracoat makes a kit. From my understanding, you can get like an aerosol type setup.
Yeah, there's a. I'm trying to think. There's a type of acrylic spray paint I think you can use. And
there's a really good thing that Brownell sells called Alumahide. I've heard really good things about. I have never tried it, but I've heard good things about that too.
I'll have to look that up. Yeah, I mean, you just take whatever kind of paint, and then whatever you want to use to make the stripes or whatever you want to do to it, and then have at it. But other than that, that's all I got going on.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you being on with us tonight. And Brandon, you got anything you want to wrap up with?
Yeah. This past weekend, I took the Ruger American Predator 6.5 out to 1,000 yards for the first time.
Oh, that's cool. Awesome.
Yeah. I was on at 200 where I had it zeroed, shooting over a airstrip, basically, the private airfield. And the guy had a shooting bench on a trailer, so we just backed it up to 600. I was on with no scope adjustments using holdover. Went out to 1,000. He did some calculations, said 134 clicks up. And I was like, geez, I hope this works. Now, I had a 30 MOA rail on it, which helped. But first shot, ding. So I landed, I think, about 5 or 6 out of 8 shots out of that. And that was pretty cool. So, and besides that, I've also, since the liberals have shut down our brass trading Facebook groups, I've started a new website that is going to be easy to search for all your used and once spent brass for all your reloaders. It's called brassbucket.net. Check it out. I'm looking for input, corrective, constructive criticism right now. It's going to be a couple of tweaks coming up, but I'm kind of excited to get that out there. And Corey, I've always told people, go back to school. It's worth it. Hang in there. Put your nose to the grindstone. So good job, man. You're doing us proud. Just keep sticking it out and keep doing the good work.
Yeah. Thank you very much. My research professor is actually working on something really, really good. Has to do with school shootings. So I'm kind of anxious to see when he gets that finished with his other person he's working with that on, and seeing how that'll turn out. So
good job.
Very
That's
cool.
all I got.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks for joining us tonight, Brandon and Kent. Wrap up with you too.
Okay, let's see. I am looking this up. So, in keeping with suicide awareness, poor Rick. Rick's like, oh God, what the hell is he gonna say? Suicide stuff. No, in all seriousness, if you guys will indulge me long enough to dive into my email, oh my God, because I got invited to this, and I just want to get the dates right. And I probably should have been doing this while I was waiting for you other two guys to talk.
So is cornbread bread or is it corn?
It is the cornest of bread.
If you make a sandwich with the cornbread, is it still a sandwich?
I have no idea. Let's see. Maybe I can find it on my phone quicker. Oh God. This is like really worth the wait.
Ending to our show.
Hold on. Shut up. I'll find it. I will find it. You'll see. It'll be so worth it when I say what I'm going to say. Here it comes. There it is. Let me close my window I was just in. Defensive strategies. Come join us on August 8th, 2018. The New Hampshire Firearm Safety Coalition, this is a buddy of mine out of New Hampshire, Masada Ayub and Defensive Strategies LLC would like to introduce the next phase of gun safety to firearms instructors in New Hampshire. Nationally, suicides account for 90% of firearms deaths in New Hampshire and 60% around the country. Yeah, they screwed that up. Our goal is to reduce the number through the education and assistance to the responsible firearm community. Please join us Wednesday, August the 8th from 7 to 8:30 at Bass Pro Shops in Hooksett, New Hampshire to view the coalition's newly released video. We'll provide you with simple teaching materials. This should take less than 10 minutes, and you can talk with Mass after the fact. This is specifically for firearms instructors. I'm going to do my damnedest to attend it. But it's my buddy Bob Bollard and Masad Ayub going out and doing what they can to prevent suicide and to give firearms instructors information on safe storage and other teaching modules that we can give to folks to prevent suicide and to prevent firearms deaths that are unnecessary.
So far, to just break for a second. So far, some of the statistics that I've seen, I think it was the 2016 stats that I saw. Suicides occur from 51 to 53%, I think, from firearms, which is a high number because there's like almost 45,000 lives lost every year from suicide. Half of them, it says, are in between 51 and 53%, and that use firearms. So, why that is, I'm not entirely sure. Probably quick and painless and easy, pretty much.
Yeah. So to clarify that stat, and I know I read it fast, 60% of gun-related deaths are suicide. So here's the deal, right? Like, we as firearms instructors and we as gun advocates and we as the 2A community, maybe there's something more we can do here. And if it's a little bit of education and, a 10-minute video ad into one of our courses or something like that, and a little bit of common sense with regard to safe storage and stuff like that, I'm willing to go listen to it, and I'm willing to put in the effort. So, just I guess what I would end up in saying is that, Corey, suicide has touched everybody, all of our lives. We all know somebody who's been there, done that kind of thing. It's a permanent solution to a temporary problem, and there's always the suicide prevention numbers and stuff that you can call and talk to somebody. But I'm going to head up there if I can in August, and I'm going to listen to what Mass has to say. And if there's something we can be doing as a gun community and a group of instructors, then I'm going to go ahead and integrate it as best as I can. So,
and please share that info.
Yeah, 10-4, we'll do.
That's awesome. What you guys are doing with this, definitely important stuff. So I'm going to wrap things up for tonight. Thank you all again for joining us. Thank you out there to everybody over on gunchannels.com and over on YouTube for all the sidebar chat and everything we have going. Appreciate you joining us here on the Big Gunner 81 live channel. We'll also be posting this video up here next couple days up on the Big Gunner 81 channel as well. Also want to say, just remember, don't let friends buy high points. Make sure to spay and neuter your liberal friends to help control the pet population. And
what is this? Price is Right? Fuck.
Sure, why not? It could be anything we want it to be. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Also want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Spin to Precision over at spintoprecision.com, SPINTA precision.com. And also, again, to our friends over at Applied Arsenal Finishes and Gunworks out in Illinois. If you need any custom gun work, laser engraving, Cerakoting, stuff like that, check them out. You've seen the work they've done on my rifles. I love what they do. And also to our friends over at Eggleston Munitions, if you're reloading some ammo, check them out. They got some really nice deals on polymer coated projectiles at very affordable pricing. So you can get out and do some more shooting, because the less it costs, the more you can do, right? So also, again, a shout out to our friends over at the Ranger 35 and our friends over at Tandem Cross, who just happened to have some of their products here that I was showing off earlier. They'll be doing a video on coming up soon. So until next time, as always, have fun shooting.